Have you ever wondered how we know what's at the very center of our Earth? Or how we can possibly read the story of a mountain range that's millions of years old? Well, the answer lies in a single, incredibly powerful tool we have for understanding our dynamic planet. So let's dive right in.
Just so you know, this is part 18 of our 20-part series on an introduction to Earth sciences for everyone, and it's brought to you by Virtualization Options LLC.
And as always, all the amazing information and visuals you're about to see are based on the excellent source material they provided for us. Our planet is a place of just incredible power. I mean, we see fiery volcanoes building new land right before our eyes. We feel the ground shake from forces we can't even see. It all seems so huge, so chaotic, right? How can we possibly start to make sense of it all?
And yet somehow we do. We actually know that the ground beneath our feet is broken into these massive moving plates. We know our planet has a liquid iron core thousands of kilometers down. We've managed to unravel these epic stories that took millions of years to unfold.
So, that brings us to the biggest question of all. How? How do we know any of this with such confidence when we can't just, travel back in time or take a trip to the center of the Earth? Well, the answer's pretty cool. Scientists basically act like detectives, and their number one most important investigative tool is the scientific method. It's a systematic way of asking questions and finding answers that are based purely on evidence.
Okay, so let's break down this toolkit. A good investigation really follows 4 key steps. First, the detective finds a clue. We call that an observation. Second, they form a hunch about what it could mean. That's a hypothesis. Third, they go out and gather more evidence, like fingerprints or witness statements. That's the testing phase. And finally, if all the evidence points to one single conclusion, boom, they've solved the case, and that becomes a scientific theory. Every single investigation kicks off with that one clue, an observation. It's that moment our detective scientist just notices something that doesn't quite fit. A weirdly shaped coastline, a fossil in a totally unexpected place, and just like that, the case has begun.
So, from that one clue comes a hypothesis. This is our detective's educated guess, their initial hunch. They think, maybe this clue means this. And it's not just a wild guess. It's a real, potential explanation that points the whole investigation in a specific direction.
Now comes the real work, testing. See, the detective can't just run with their hunch. They have to prove it. This is where they gather more and more evidence, making more observations, running experiments, all to see if the hypothesis actually holds up. Does the forensic analysis match? Do other clues support the story? Now, this part is absolutely crucial. When a hypothesis survives round after round of tough, rigorous testing, when it's supported by mountains of evidence from completely different angles, it gets promoted. It can become a theory. And you got to forget the way we use the word theory like it's just a simple hunch. In science, a theory is the exact opposite of a guess. It's a solved case. It is our most reliable explanation for how a part of the world really works.
All right, let's put this detective's toolkit to work. Let's open our first case file, the moving puzzle. So, for centuries, geologists, were completely stumped by these clues. They observed that the coastlines of continents like South America and Africa looked like they could just snap together like puzzle pieces. And even weirder, they were finding identical fossils and rock formations on continents thousands of miles apart, separated by these massive oceans. How on earth was that possible?
And the solution that finally emerged after decades of testing? The theory of plate tectonics. The hunch was that the continents themselves were actually moving, and after gathering just overwhelming evidence from the ocean floor, from GPS data, from the rock record itself, the case was solved. Earth's surface is a giant jigsaw puzzle of massive plates, all slowly drifting around.
And how slow is slow? Well, get this. These plates move between 2 to 10 centimeters a year. That's about the same speed your fingernails grow. It's a tiny, tiny movement, but you let that happen over millions of years, and it's enough to build mountains and rearrange entire continents.
Okay, time for our next case file. This is a mystery that takes us deep, deep underground to a place no human has ever been.
The question is simple, but the investigation is, well, anything but. What is actually inside our planet?
Here's the challenge. The center of the Earth is over 6,000 kilometers away. The deepest hole we've ever managed to drill is only about 12 kilometers. That barely even scratches the surface. So direct observation, totally impossible. Our detectives needed an indirect clue. So how do they find one? Well, instead of trying to look in, scientists got clever and learned to listen through. Every single earthquake sends seismic waves vibrating through the entire planet, kind of like a giant bell being rung.
By tracking how these waves bend and reflect and change speed as they travel, scientists pieced together this incredibly detailed picture. They discovered the thin, solid crust we live on, the slowly flowing mantle right beneath it, a liquid outer core made of iron, and a solid inner core held in place by immense pressure. We solved the mystery without ever leaving the surface. It's just brilliant. So these cases really show us that science isn't just a collection of facts in a textbook, right? It's a living, breathing process of discovery, a detective story that never truly ends.
I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Rocks are the autobiography of our planet. Think about that. Every layer, every fossil, it's a page in that story. And the scientific method is simply the language we use to read it.
So, with this powerful detective's toolkit in our hands, it really makes you wonder, what incredible planetary mystery are we going to solve next? Thanks so much for joining me.